Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the rolling hills of rural Africa, there lived a poor widow named Akua. She had lost her husband in a tragic accident just a year ago, leaving her alone to care for their 3 young children. Akua's life was a constant struggle. She worked tirelessly on their small farm, from dawn till dusk, to provide for her family. Despite her best efforts, they barely had enough to eat, and their small hut was crumbling around them. One day, disaster struck again. A fierce storm swept through the village, destroying Akua's farm and leaving her family with nothing. She was devastated, and her children's cries of hunger echoed through the empty hut. In desperation, Akua turned to her wealthy neighbor, Nana Kwame, for help. But instead of assistance, he offered her a cruel deal. He would provide for her family only if she agreed to work as his servant and give him control over her late husband's land. Akua was torn. She knew that accepting Nana Kwame's offer would mean sacrificing her dignity and independence, but she had no other choice. She reluctantly agreed, and her children's bellies were finally filled. However, Akua's agony had only just begun. Nana Kwame was a cruel master, and he treated her with contempt. He overworked her, paid her a pittance, and even tried to take control of her children. Akua's life was now a never-ending cycle of drudgery and despair. One day, Akua's eldest son, Kofi, fell gravely ill. Nana Kwame refused to help, and Akua was forced to watch her child suffer. In a desperate bid to save Kofi's life, she turned to the village elder, who revealed a shocking secret. Nana Kwame was responsible for her husband's death and had been manipulating her all along. Enraged and heartbroken, Akua confronted Nana Kwame. He sneered at her, but she stood tall. Her agony finally transformed into courage. With the support of her children and the village, Akua reclaimed her land, her dignity, and her life. She vowed to never again be held captive by the whims of others and to always stand up for herself and her family. And so, Akua's story became a testament to the strength of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope, and that the agony of the poor widow can be transformed into a triumph of the human heart. With Akua's newfound strength and determination, Akua worked tirelessly to rebuild her life and her farm. She faced many challenges, but she persevered, using the skills she had learned from her husband to create a thriving business. As her farm flourished, Akua became a respected member of the community, known for her kindness, wisdom, and generosity. She helped others in need, sharing her knowledge and resources to uplift those around her. Years passed, and Akua's children grew up, becoming successful and independent. Kofi, her eldest son, became a skilled farmer and took over the family farm, expanding it into a prosperous enterprise. Her daughter, Oma, became a talented healer, using her knowledge of herbs and medicine to help those in need. And her youngest son, Kwame, became a brilliant scholar, earning a prestigious scholarship to study abroad. Akua's story inspired many, and her name became synonymous with resilience, courage, and determination. She continued to live a life of purpose, guiding and supporting her family and community, and leaving a lasting legacy that would be remembered for generations to come. One day, as Akua sat on her porch, surrounded by her loved ones and the fruits of her labor, she looked back on her journey and smiled. She knew that her agony had been transformed into a triumph, and that she had truly found happiness and fulfillment. And as she gazed out at the beautiful landscape before her, she knew that she had finally found her true home, in the hearts of those she loved, and in the rich soil of her beloved farm. One day, Akua sought out Nana Ose's wisdom and guidance. She found him sitting under a mango tree, his walking stick leaning against the trunk. She greeted him respectfully and explained her situation, telling him about Nana Kwame's cruel deal and her struggles to provide for her children. Nana Ose listened attentively, his eyes filled with compassion. When Akua finished speaking, he nodded thoughtfully and said, "My child, I know of a way to help you. But it will require courage and determination." Akua's heart skipped a beat. She was willing to do anything to improve her situation. "What is it, Nana Ose?" she asked eagerly. Nana Ose smiled. "I will teach you the secret of our ancestors, the ancient knowledge that has been passed down through generations. With this knowledge, you will be able to reclaim your land and your dignity." And with that, Nana Ose began to teach Akua the secrets of the ages.